Hello. Rajanish, volume is so low.
Solo.
Yeah.
How about others?
It's okay.
Okay, because I'm speaking in the top of my volume. So check your volume as well.
That's it.
So, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for joining. So I really welcome you for this career transformation program. Right. So for RPA, robotic process automation. So my name is Rajanish. So I have been conducting this program for currently 3 years now. Yeah, just an introduction. As this is a small group, I will ask everyone to tell their name, what they do, and do you have any prior experience with RPA? Right, so that everybody can know about you. Right, so for this course, this is not only for automation developers, but it is for everyone. Right, so we'll teach about RPA development, RPA business analyst, RPA testing, and so many in this entire program. But you will be choosing your own program. Like you will be interested in either development, somebody will be interested in testing or business analyst, and you can choose those career path. Right, so just a high level about our company. To automate anything, it's a 3 years old company now, and we are partnered with UiPath to provide RPA services, and we are also software development, product development company, and also providing the education. Right, education is the core of everything, so we give very high importance to providing education in terms of RPA and artificial intelligence and data analytics and so on. Right, so this is one of our core services that we provide. On top of that, we also provide website development, and we also provide RPA services and so on. Right, so mainly the education is also one of our main service. That is what we want to say. I want to say this. Right, so just a high level success roadmap. So we started this RPA career in 2020. So that is where the career transformation program started with just 4 candidates in my first batch, and where all of them were able to transform their career. So that is why I start to want to expand this for many other candidates as well. So in November 2021, more than 10 candidates joined this course, and out of that, more than 4 candidates were able to successfully transform their career. So they came from different background, like software testing or some business analyst, and those who are not into IT and non-IT background as well, and they are able to successfully transform their career. And that gave me a lot of confidence to do this program even more stronger, and started giving 4 batches in a year. And 20 plus candidates joined in November 22, and when I see their results, more than 10 people able to successfully transform their career. In 23, I given 30 plus candidates where over 20 plus successfully transformed career. So it is all, we have the proof who are they and how they are able to transform. And you can, discuss with me to know about more about that. So this year, I have come even more stronger to give on many other streams as well. So because we see a lot of opportunities in the market in terms of RPA. RPA business analyst has been a significant role, and there are so many opportunities where there is a huge skill gap in that. Not many resources are RPA business analyst, and there is more requirement in the RPA development as well. Right, so I can see that not many skilled developers are in the market, and many organizations are really struggling to hire the right resource. And that is why I want to give even create more and more professionals in Australia and also overseas. So in India, like you, many people joined from Chennai, Mumbai area as well, right? So still not many know about this program because you cannot find our ad in anywhere else. It's a purely a referral program. So if you are benefited, you bring more candidates to us, and that is how it works, right? And volume wise also, I don't want like immediately 1,000 or 2,000 candidates. I cannot handle that much volume. So that is why, this is a perfect number. I can give clear attention to each of you, right? So I hope you will be also part of this successfully transformed career in January 24, and I'm able to, share your success story in our website. So in our website also you can find out some of our success stories in the professional transformation page. So if someone don't know, I ask you to go and have a look at that just to get some kind of inspiration. All right. Yeah. So before I tell more about myself, so can I ask each and everyone to tell a line about you, so that as a team, like we know everyone, each and everyone very well. Yeah, Venkat.
Hi everyone. I'm Venkat, working as IT executive. I don't have any prior experience in RPA. This is my first time.
Welcome, Venkat. Thanks for that.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody else? While you talk, if you are on cam, that will be really good.
Vijay.
Vijay, hi Vijay.
Yeah, good morning and good evening to all. So I'm working as a test engineer in Infosys, and I don't have any prior experience in RPA. I choose this RPA to switch my career entire into full automation where the technology.
Okay. Good, welcome. Next.
Hello all, Ambika here. I don't have much experience in IT. I thought this would be a good platform. So looking forward.
Excellent. Welcome, Ambika.
Okay.
Listening.
Hi everyone, this is Harpreet. So I have a little bit of experience in RPA business analyst. So past 5 years I was working with TCS, and recently I moved to Australia, and I got a referral for from one of my friends for Rajneesh. So that's how I am here, and I would like happy to understand other aspects of RPA like development, testing, because I've been mostly working with most of the part with the BA. So it's amazing to meet everybody, and Rajneesh, you're doing a great job, and I can see in the pandemic you started this journey, and it's like absolutely fabulous.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Good, nice words. Great, welcome. So it's really good to hear from everyone. So is there anyone still haven't introduced so far? No, right. So everybody's there. Okay, all good. So few not joined. So they are also from similar story like you, either from testing background, RBA, or don't have any work experience, or somebody into non-IT as well. So in the upcoming weeks also you can see somebody joining in this group. But I want to start it. So every time I cannot keep on postponing. So I need to just get started so we can progress much faster. Right. So I really congratulate you all. Right. So this is absolutely a fantastic decision what you have taken. Right. So if you did not take this decision now, you will take this anyway. You will take this decision later, maybe after 6 months or 1 year or 2 years, which means you will be losing like 6 months or 1 year of work experience. Right. So you are actually delayed in the market because it's already in demand, and you are losing that experience, the momentum to get a job, right? The right job. So when the market is really hot, so it is a good decision to join, and you all have taken the right decision. Actually, it is late, but it is not that late, right? So it's better late than never. So it's a good start. I really appreciate you all now, right? So yeah, with this, actually, how I want to tell a little bit more about my journey as well. When you shared about your journey, I finished, BTech, the bachelor's in IT in 2006. Got over 16 years of experience in IT. Very similar, like most of you all. I also worked in the testing side for around 10 years in India, and then I changed my career from manual testing to automation testing, which I think the right decision I took in the right time, because if I have been in manual testing for a long time, now there is not much scope for manual testing. People are struggling to get change their career or get into automation. It's really hard. But I took that decision upfront itself. When I was in manual testing itself, I was searching for where I can learn automation testing and get into the automation side. And that is why that brought me to Australia to work in one of the top banks in the automation sector. So where I was introduced to different RPA and tools. And that is why I was exploring more about the RPA tools and learned most of the tools in the market. And that's where I find this UiPath and focused more of my interest into UiPath. And based on my contribution to the community and my learning skills, UiPath identified me as one of the most valuable professional in the year 2020. And from there, from till now, it is around 4 years I have been the UiPath MVP, which is one of the toppest achievement that in my career. And I'm also one of the author of the book, the UiPath Associate Certification Guide, so which is right here. If you can see this, so you can easily find this in Amazon or Google if you write a search. Like 2 years back during the pandemic, I wrote this book along with few amazing authors, and that also gave me a lot of experience in teaching as well. So I find myself passionate in teaching. So that makes me write that book. That is another achievement. And I founded this to automate anything in 2020, and I'm the founder and the RPA lead. But we are, I can say we are a 10 members team now. So we are growing in Australia and overseas. So I got a co-founder who is very good at products, and there are many other resources, who are able to do the transformation program with us, able to join with us and go to, represent in the client space. So we got very good number of people who can run the transformation program as well after attending my training, and able to do very well in their career, right? So and for me it is more about UiPath. I always like to focus mainly on one technology, which is RPA. So I explored more on that. I never miss the opportunity to learn and apply something in UiPath. Right, and that makes me to certify in most of them, like the certification of developer, RPA developer, and advanced developer, and the UiPath community professional MVP. And also, there is another. There are many certifications in UiPath which I am able to take it. And this photo, when I visited the UiPath office in Bangalore, it was taken there. So it is a significant achievement. So why UiPath? Many ask me, there are so many other tools. Why you want to learn UiPath, and why you are teaching UiPath? Because I have been worked with many other technologies in the market. I myself feel UiPath is the #1 tool. Even long back, before it comes to the Magic Quadrant, I able to realize that it has the potential and it's a very good tool. And that is where I started using UiPath, and that came true in 2020. And for the past 4 years, 4 or 5 years, I can see they are the #1 always in this Magic Quadrant. So Gartner, they produce this, depends on various parameters and criteria, how they are doing in the technology and how they are, serving the customers and all the benefits they calculate. And it all comes from from the feedback from the customer, right? So which is actually quite very accurate when it comes to the market, and many follows this Magic Quadrant. So it's very easily available in Google or any search that you can perform. So UiPath is the leader for the past 4 years, and they are providing a lot of career opportunities in the market. And there are many clients who are successfully using UiPath. And when the market is really hot and there are opportunities in that, why not you are learning a different technology instead of following the same path, say learning the same automation testing, or doing some other course, data analytics or something, which is very usual. And there are abundance of resource available in the market. But there are not much trained and highly skilled resources in UiPath. So if you know this technology and have the work experience, you are going to get the job. So that is why I want to teach and create this platform to give you the right skills and work experience, right? So I see, there is a huge potential in this market because not many people are teaching UiPath, in a right way, right? So you can see, there is another problem in this world of information, right? So wherever you search, there are videos, there are content, and everything is available. But I can see, nobody is providing the right way of, the giving the experience or giving the skills. So you cannot learn each and everything in the market or everything in UiPath. UiPath itself has so many career opportunities, which I will share in a moment. But you want to learn only what is required to perform in the job, right? So you are not going to apply each and everything that you are learning. But when it comes to a specific career, you need to know certain skills, very key skills that many people are missing to teach it. And that is why we are very much different from other trainers or from other companies, how we are providing our services. It's very unique, right? So you need to always learn from the best, and we are one of the best, right? So that is why I again and again say, you took the right decision to join here, and you will see the benefits in next few 3 to 6 months time, right? And yeah, I hope you will have that patience to travel along with me and go through this content and learn what is instructed in this course and practice the course, right? So what are the career paths, right? So what I strongly suggest you all, right? So even though you learn the automation developer, and if you see a career opportunity that is coming in software testing, right, or RPA testing or RPA business analyst, I highly recommend you to take that opportunity, right? Don't wait for something, right? So I will go only in automation developer. No, I don't want a business analyst. Or if you are a business analyst, if somebody is ready to offer you a job in, RPA developer as a junior or, as a starter, just go ahead and take it. Don't hesitate for taking that kind of opportunity, right? So there are plenty of opportunity available, so you need to go and grab it. Search for in different terms like automation developer, RPA developer, UiPath developer, and search with some other technologies as well, like Blue Prism or any other tool, right? So what is the main advantage learning one specific tool? If you are very good with UiPath, you can take any other tools, right? Even Salesforce automation, SAP automation, Blue Prism automation, automation anywhere automation, and there are so many tools, right? So you can just if you know one tool very thoroughly, you can easily accommodate any other tool. And I'm confident that I can work in any new tool that is coming tomorrow as well, right? So today ChatGPT and so many other open source AI is also getting popular. And with this skill what I have, I can easily learn the other skills, right? So if robot can learn skills, why not a human can learn a skill, right? So you can learn anything. Only thing you need to have that interest. So all I suggest is learn one technology, so UiPath first, and you will be able to work with any other tools, but your main focus on one specific tool. And you all are here for UiPath, and yeah, you will be more focused on UiPath and become one of the automation developer. You can become a business analyst, or you can become an automation tester, or there is something called specialized AI professional, which is more into the document understanding and natural language processing, and which you will be understanding, will be traveling through this journey, right? And there is automation solution architect. So we'll and all these roles have different roles and responsibilities, right? When it comes to the automation implementation in a company, right? So it starts from different phases, right? So each and every phase is very important here in the top. So which I say that kickoff, the business case and technical validation, the process analysis, the solution design, development and testing, user acceptance testing, deployment and hypercare, project closure. Each and every phase has a lot of activities you need to do within that. And not all, every professional will work on each and every phase, right? For example, this automation developer will work predominantly on the solution design, development and testing, user acceptance testing, and deployment and hypercare. So we need to know, what is a kickoff, right? So kickoff is not just a project start. So, if you take an organization which does any specific work, for example, a finance, a banking, or a real estate company, or anyone, right? So who does a lot of work, even a transport, right? So take any industry, and they are doing a lot of work, and they feel like, we are doing a lot of manual tasks, and we need to automate all these tasks, right? So if somebody has a plan to do that, so initially they have a discussion along with all other resources. So they call the key people from the Center of Excellence team. Center of Excellence team is kind of a automation team. So they call some key person from that area, maybe a project manager or a solution expert or someone. They will have a discussion with, these are the areas that we need to automate, or, we are doing these tasks manually, or how to improve this process. Right, and there are several kind of automation, right? So they may be doing different tasks, or in a business, you call it as a business process, right? So these kind of discussions will happen. What kind of task we can automate, what kind of process we can automate, and what kind of project we can come up with, and what kind of transformation we can bring to the company. For different businesses will have different kind of purpose, right? Purpose or aim, or some background of that project. So, for someone, reducing the cost might be the benefit. For somebody, reducing the time, the speed of delivery to the market is more important than providing reducing the cost for someone. And for some companies, cost doesn't matter, time doesn't matter. But what all matters is the user experience. The customer needs to be satisfied. Or the employees who are working in the company needs to really satisfied, especially during these times where people are working remotely, and there are not much employee satisfaction and customer satisfaction in few sectors, and they just want to improve that. How do they how do they improve? So the main thing is automation, right? So automation is the answer for most of the problems in the industry right now. And everybody knows that, and they feel the importance of that, and that is why they do projects, right? So when they do projects, they need highly skilled resources, and they are going to save a lot of time, right? And there are more opportunities coming up, right? So when these opportunities come up, and not many resources in the market, so the automation projects are not that successful, right? So there is a clear problem here, and there is a clear demand in the market. Right, not many technical resources. They definitely need a business analyst to discuss, right? Because business analysts are soft spoken, they understand things, they are able to understand the business problem, they are good at writing documents, and they are good at communicating with the different stakeholders in the project. So without a business analyst, you cannot run a project, right? And business analyst cannot replace a automation developer, right? And vice versa. At the same time, automation developer also cannot replace a business analyst. Both got different skill sets, right? Even the solution architect got a different skill set. Even though he is involved in all the phases, right? He's not, he don't involve into the development completely. He cannot have the bandwidth to all time involved in the development, right? He also need to focus on the communication with the stakeholders, and he also involved with training, project closure activities, and so on, right? So everybody have unique skills here, and you all have opportunities here, right? So you need to trust that there is demand in the market, and with the right skills and the right talent, you are able to get the job, right? So if that is your intention and your mindset, and you are really confident with your skills, definitely nobody can stop you to get that right job, right? And yeah, so when it comes to kickoff, again, right? So we discuss and we come to a conclusion that yes, we are going to do this project, and we need this many resources, and we need these are the skills. We need 5 automation developer, 3 business analysts and 1 AI professional and 1 solution architect is what we need to do this project. And everything is finalized, budget is allocated, and yes, we are going to do the project is what the committee has decided in that organization to do a project. So next thing is they involve with the business analyst to do the business case and technical validation. So who is involved in that? 1 automation business analyst, 1 specialized AI professional, and 1 solution architect. So all 3 together sit and discuss what is possible or what is not possible, right? So there are few myths here, misunderstanding that automation can replace all the work and it can automate everything and anything, right? So it is just a myth. We cannot automate anything, right? So I cannot tell that. You might be surprised that with the name of to automate anything, you are saying that you cannot automate anything. No, we are able to automate anything only that is that makes the life worse, right? So that is consuming a lot of time, and only that makes sense to automate. We cannot automate each and everything. Some people ask me, okay, I have this kind of task to clean my house or these things. Can you automate that? No, we are not there for that, right? So we are for system automation. What you see inside a system, and if you are doing some kind of repeated work that is really not making any sense, yes, let us automate. We cannot automate each and everything. That is not required. That is not our job, right? So we need to analyze, and the business analyst will analyze and say, yes, these are the automation tasks, and these tasks cannot be automated. For example, a passport verification, right? You are going overseas, and in the border protection, somebody is verifying your passport, right? So a manual verification is required. Somebody need to see your face, see your signature, and to verify you, okay, you are the right person. And that is very much required a manual process, right? So you cannot replace that. So even human intelligence is required in many places. Not everything can be replaced, but those can be replaced need to be automated, right? So that the business analyst will decide what can be automated. The business analyst along with the solution architect, right? So it is not a one-man job. And you all need to understand just one thing, that you as a single person not going to automate the entire project, right? So it is all a team effort. Everybody will come together, and you will be getting support from other resources to deliver your work or your projects, right? So you go across the business case and see what is possible, and it is documented. And once it is all documented, right, it goes through the process analysis stage. So where you will again, the business analyst, there will be also automation testers, AI professional, and solution architects. So they will be coming up with certain documents, and those are called process design document and solution design document. And many other documents will be created to perform, to come up with the proper documentation of what is currently done, right? So you need to understand what is the problem, right? What is the background of that project, and what problem they are doing, right? And volume wise, what it is happening, how many hours they are spending in this process, and why is it making the process so tedious. So everything you need to know even as a business analyst or a automation professional, so that you can solve that problem with 100% accuracy, I would say, right? So you need to know what you are trying to achieve. We cannot automate just for the sake of automating, right? So we need to see the benefit, who is the customer, and what it is doing for the customer, right? So that is what we are mainly focused with. And the business analyst will do the good job until this to come up with the proper documentation, right? And solution design is the main task for the solution architect, right? So he's the one who converts all the business problem into, right? So all the business problem into, somebody has entered the room. Welcome, Isha. I think you are in India and you are late, but it's okay. It's just an introduction has been completed, and you can just follow through. Okay. Any questions, guys? Anyone? You can raise your hands and start asking. But I'm in the mid of explaining what are the different phases in a in the RPA world, right? So how we deliver the project, and you know, in the solution design, the developer, once the solution design is completed and once he has all the documents, he start building the solution, right? He has a proper instructions of how to build the solution, right? What is the automation solution he's going to build? So everything is decided upfront, how he's going to design, and he use UiPath as a tool to design the solution. So once that solution is done, the testers will test that solution. If there is a testing team involved, so they will test and confirm whether your solution is working fine or not. Right. So just a moment. Yeah, so testers once confirm, so it goes to the next stage, which is called UAT, user acceptance testing, and they are the business people who test the solution and say, yes, it is working fine, or no, it is not working fine. And once it is decided, they will deploy it to the production and the project comes to an end, right? So we can go through the UiPath site, and you know, there are different certification courses available there, and you can explore that and select your right thing. But let us start with the automation developer or business analyst. And then, you know, once you are done with that, you can improve your career in other way. Right. So any questions so far?
No, I think we are good.
Sounds good. So I hope you are able to follow it so far, right? So if in case, you know, if I'm going a little bit fast, let me know and stop it there itself and ask the question. Right, I'll be happy to answer anytime, even now and in the future as well. You know, that is how it works. Then and there you clear your doubts. Okay, so I hope, you know, this is pretty simple so far. Okay, so this class, you know, not much into the development. Just I want to share a little bit more about, you know, how you become a successful candidate, right? At the end of the course or the program, how you can see yourself as a successful professional, right? So with so far, what I understand is, you know, what the experience that we are getting so far is, you know, you need to learn your skills, right, and get certified. Right? And the image is missing here, so I put one logo there, which is the, you know, certification logo of a UiPath, right? So first thing is the learn the skills, which you will get it from this program, right? So every week you join here for the next 3 months, and I'll be teaching you what that is only required for you to be successful in the program, right? Or in the career. You will learn the skills. Learn skills is the most important part, right? So without that, we cannot be successful. How learn skill is important? Learning, you know, you cannot be only a listener there, and I speak in a monotonous way, and you receive it, and then you forget it. It is not a proper learning, right? What is a proper learning is you receive my whatever I teach, and you understand it and apply it to your skills, right? So you need to practice that, right? So you receive and you practice. You receive and practice. You repeat this. Receive, practice, repeat is what I would say for the next 3 months, right? So if you are doing that, you know, consistently, allocate time on daily basis, at least, you know, 1 hour is what I suggest. That is not a big thing, because, you know, if you are watching a movie or anything, 2 hours or 3 hours just pass by, you know, without even knowing, like you feel like few seconds and you are wasting 3 hours of time, right? So allocate time just for learning purpose, and you will feel that after 30 days, you are very good at learning, right? So we all are very good at learning. Only thing what we are not doing is we are not allocating time to learn. So become this, make this as a practice this year, to allocate time for just for learning, not learn everything. So there is a problem. You will come across challenge when doing that. When you are searching for one topic, you will end up going to 10 different topics and you are deviating, right? So everybody has this challenge. One who manages this challenge properly, they becomes the winner, right? Everybody is facing the challenge. If you are taking, you are searching for what you actually require, you are going up. There is a clear distraction, even for anyone, right? So who is managing this properly? Yeah, okay. So I tell you to manage that and learn. So it is not kind of make you feel intimidated or to give you a kind of advice, but that is a true thing. From my experience, what I see in the past, whoever practiced my sessions clearly, they are most successful, right? Just follow only the instructions what I am telling in the class. You don't need to go and learn extra things, because when you go and search there, you may find 5-10 different topics related to that. Yes, you can learn that, but don't miss what I am telling. So I'm really happy if you are going and learning additional things from what I said. What I am teaching, it is mandatory. So for example, I'm telling about my introduction section and how to automate a website, right? If I'm talking about how to automate a web page, and you go and learn something additional to the web page, and you say, okay, I learn about few additional thing, that I'm really happy about that. And you can share that skills in the in our community as well. But you are not practicing what I have said, it is a mistake. You cannot do that, right? So just to follow 100% what is taught in the class, you need to know that, because what I am teaching is what it is 100% required to perform the job, right? It is not like telling what is not required and wasting your time and my time is not what I do. I specifically tell what it is required, and if you follow that, yes, you will perform well in the interview, and everybody will like you in the interview. It will be easy for you in interview to perform that, right? And second thing is get certified. So when I teach you RPA developer, you learn and get certified. So I will be also teaching what it is required to get certified from the UiPath, right? So that is another thing I do. So get certified, because somebody need to certify. I will certify you. Yes, you know this thing. To automate anything will certify you as a RPA developer or RPA business analyst. That is one certification you will get. Second thing, you need to get certified from the board itself, which is UiPath, right? Or UiPath certified RPA developer, or UiPath certified business analyst, or UiPath certified tester. So now there is a testing certification as well. Very recently, last week, UiPath has launched that. You can also take that if you are interested to make a RPA tester career path, right? And finally, gather experience. So not many of you from India will get this opportunity, because you are all somebody is already working in somewhere. But if you are not working and want to gather experience, so this is an amazing platform. So you can work with us as a kind of a volunteer initially to gather experience, and you will be involved in projects, right, in client meetings and doing automation, and you get an opportunity to gather your work experience. So what is the main purpose of that? To give you the actual experience that is required in the IT industry or the RP industry, where you won't get this exposure anywhere else. Because I have been working in the automation field and have been working with most of the customers. You saw the logos there, which I worked all the top banks and many of the top industries in Australia and overseas. I know what is expected, and I create the same platform here to do the projects and to give you the experience, right? So you can easily gather experience here, and that experience, while you go to the interview or go, maybe we will from To Automate Anything, we will be sending you to the client place, and you will be, feel easy to clear that interview, right? So this is the 3 easy steps to win, which many of them followed in the past, and they are able to be successful, right? So I'll be also asking them to share their success stories, when we are doing a few more months of courses, right? So when you really needed motivation, I can ask few of them to come and speak here to give you more motivation. And they'll be happy to talk in this platform. Okay. And yep. So what is automation, right? So now we are slowly going into the automation space. What is automation in general? So let us make it more interactive. and ask some of you what you think about automation. So, you can go ahead and talk what in your world is automation.
Hi, Rajneesh, Vijay here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So automation is like replacing the human work in
Yep.
future.
Yep.
And whereas automation will be giving the 99.9 accuracy without bug free.
Okay.
With bug free. And yeah, that's a new technology we were.
Okay. What happened to that 1%?
1% it'll be like we can say like any deployment issue or any how to say means any requirements list.
Yeah.
We can take it.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I like your answer. Anybody else?
No, I think that's the same thing. Like any process, which can be uh, done automatically using any machine or any robots.
Okay. Right. So it is, yeah, I like that answer as well. It is good. So, automating of work. Yeah. So the simplest term I would say is, automation of work, right? Automation of work typically done by humans, or I would say, automation of work done by humans, right? So that is what it is, right? So basically the essence of is right. So we need to use technology, right? So we are going to use some technology just to carry out the tasks that are typically done by humans, right? So whatever done manually by humans, so we are going to leverage or use the technology, software, or even machinery to automate. Machinery is the real robotics, but we are talking about software robots. So in the simplest example, simplest definition, I would say is automation of work using digital robots, right? So we use software robots or digital robots to automate work, right? So why automation is a game changer, right? So because it is a revolution, right? So it is a revolution and it changes the way the business is done currently, right? So it is giving a lot of benefit, and every organization they already experience a lot of benefits from automation, right? And there are different types of automation, as you can see in the screen, which is, there are robotic process automation, there are task automation, and there are business process automation. I put business process automation 2 times. So the other business process automation, I want to say that as a test automation, right? So you can see, yeah, many of you might heard about test automation as well, and AI and machine learning integration and process mining and discovery, right? So there are different tasks of automation. So I'll be going one by one, which is, first is the robotic process automation. So which is usually it is done by robots. So we create robots just to automate the process, right? So there are many digital systems, right? So what are the digital systems that you see in the industry? So there are many systems available. So you can see the web applications that is available, and there are many softwares, right? So it's a desktop applications that you can see, and there are legacy systems, right? So the mainframe systems, they even built with COBOL and Fortran in the past. So people still, somebody are using those kind of systems as well, right? And they're manually entering data into that, right? So those kind of automation that we engage with the digital systems is called robotic process automation, right? And what is task automation? So it is slightly different from robotic process automation, but it is like one part of robotic process automation, which is just doing the repeated and mundane tasks, right? So using the software, so we just enter the data and copy and paste data. There is a form and you are going to fill the data, and you are filling it for 100 times, right? Or a million times you are filling using 5 or 10 resources, which is kind of a robotic way of working. and you make the human as a robots there. So people are working like robots only in these days, right? So those kind of tasks that they do, kind of data entry or extracting data from a websites, right? Or moving copy and paste files, copy data from one application and paste data into another application, and even document processing, right? So invoice is a classic example in that. People get invoice and they pay the invoice, they need to see the data and then process the invoice in another system. So those are called task automation, right? So what is the main advantage, right? So if you're automating these kind of tasks, you are actually minimizing the risk of errors, right? Human cannot do the tasks every day, with the same intent or the same quality, right? The work may be simple, but we are tend to make mistakes, right? Humans are generally tend to make mistakes, and even the simplest work without they don't have interest in making mistakes, right? But robots are not like that. So one time you are able to automate a process, every time it is executed, it gives the same result, right? It gives 100% accuracy in that. So that is why we call the task automation. So automation itself, it's different types. I said initially it is just automation of work. So what kind of work? So one is the task, or one is dealing with multiple systems, or one is the business process itself, right? So for somebody to perform a process, so what is a business process? So for example, creating a bank account is a process, right? So for creating a bank account, there will be multiple departments are introduced into creating a bank account, right? So there is a risk department involved in creating a bank account. There is a customer service team involved in that creating a bank account, and there is a customer involved in that, and there is a front office facing people involved in that. It's just a simple thing, creating bank account, but in the back end, if you see, there are so many requirements in that. There is compliance requirement in that, and there are so many verifications they have to do in terms of know your customer or KYC compliance, right? Or if the person is really a legitimate person, or is he a terrorist or what, so everything they have to verify, right? So simply everyone cannot open a bank account, right? Especially in country like Australia, so the KYC is the compliance, they have to be 100% legitimate, and it needs to be perfect. Otherwise, they have to pay kind of billion and trillion dollar fines, right? So they don't take risks. So there is a specific risk department as well involved in doing those kind of transaction. The entire process we together put it into a box called the business process, right? And automating most of the tasks in the business process is called the business process automation, right? So to do the business process automation, you need systems, right? Like UiPath or many other systems, right? So UiPath will, it has the capability to automate the entire business process, right? It can connect multiple systems, it can talk to multiple systems, right? And by implementing that, so the team can actually improvise their process and can enjoy all the benefits that is coming across, right? So the operation is efficient, and the execution is consistent, right? So every time the account is created, it is created with 100% accuracy. There is no problem in the entire process, right? So we create that business process. Sorry, the next one is repeated, but I see that as the test automation. Test automation, it is a very big topic, right? So you can simply say it is a testing. No, testing is actually a very difficult task, right? So having worked in the testing department for many years, I myself understand how difficult it is. Even at times it is more difficult than a developer. But if you're a developer, you will have a different opinion about testing. But we can have a debate about how testers brings more benefit to the project than a developer. But yeah, of course, I'm not denying that developer not doing a good job. They are, but testers at times do some excellent job, and there is automation as well, right? So you may ask, you are into robotic process automation, RPA, and you are talking about testing, how it how it fits into RPA, right? So even in RPA, there is testing. It's called RPA testing, and all the other applications that you test, right? So we call that them as a traditional tester or a manual tester or an automation tester that are working in many other projects. So that is another testing department. So, but RPA UI part is able to do with all this testing. We can do process, automation testing, application automation testing, as well as robotic process automation testing. So as a testing also, it is a very wide area that UiPath provides. It's a specialized career path that you can make. Even if you are a tester, maybe you can try out the testing as well, right? For the entire organization, you need, whatever application you take, you need testing, right? But now thing is that most of them are automated. Nowadays, kind of manual testing is kind of extinct, right? So nobody is interested in taking a pure manual tester when it comes to job, right? That's the fact. Even though you are a manual tester, they want you to know about automation. They want you to know about Python, Java, C#, or many other development skills as well. They are expecting very equal to a developer. A tester also require the programming knowledge, and yeah, highly logical and yeah, good resource that has technical skills, ability, and automation tools knowledge as well, right? So which is quite there are plenty of opportunities in that area. By knowing UiPath testing, you can map that skills and try to tap that opportunities as well in the market, right? And people talk about AI and machine learning. When it comes to AI, it is not a single topic, right? It's a wide variety of topics, the AI, right? So within from in UiPath points of view, AI is just a subset of business process automation or a robotic process automation. So if we see automation as a whole universe, right? So it's a big term for us. So what we talk about is automation, and within automation, we can use different technology to automate, right? So for example, robotic process automation or task automation, AI. So all of them are the subsets, right? So using these subsets, we can automate, right? So AI is just a subset, and we can able to integrate. And there are many AI. So even somebody asked about when we talk about UiPath or RPA, people ask, is it ChatGPT, right? So people don't have any knowledge about the automation or RPA. They ask, are you doing ChatGPT? Is that the automation that you do? No, it is just one application of the AI, right? Yeah, ChatGPT is just an outcome of one of the AI. That is just one single benefit. So very similar to ChatGPT, there are 100 of AI apps coming on daily basis, right? So, but UiPath as an advanced tool, it is able to integrate with ChatGPT or any other AIs that comes in the market. And same as the machine learning as well. So to do the AI, you need machine learning, right? So it needs to learn the machine and learn the data, learn the application and give you the result. So there are many machine learning models available. Even in UiPath, we integrate with a lot of machine learning to make things work. For example, document understanding. So if it is written in some other languages like Arabic or Tamil or Malayalam or any other language, right? So we are able to read that using natural language processing model and convert into English, right? So even you have Google as well, right? AI machine learning model. So we are able to integrate with that as well. So whatever doing best AI machine learning model, so we are able to integrate. So just a moment. Oops, sorry. So yeah, so another thing is the process mining and discovery. So that is another feature that we have in UiPath, right? So it is one of the discovery tools, right? So in an organization, they are doing so many tasks and they don't know what to automate and things. You can use these tools to understand their data, the way they work, the way they do business. So we are able to achieve that by analyzing their processes and data and to come up with a strategy of how to automate their processes, right? So there are many tools available, but UiPath has a really promising tool, the process mining and discovery. And business analysts will go through these kind of tools, right? But developers also can go through, but it's more specific for business analyst and the solution architect to understand much better on these tools, right? So we'll go through each and everything through this course, right? So it's been 1 hour now. So far, anybody have any questions?
Rajneesh, so for that this testing, automation testing, right?
Yeah.
So it is done through Orchestrator.
It is okay. Okay. Any other follow-up question on that? Okay, I think now. Okay, your question is, is it run through Orchestrator? So, people don't know about Orchestrator. It is one of the web application to manage UiPath robots and all the resources, right? So it is not only through Orchestrator, it is also through other tools as well, like UiPath Studio, UiPath Robot as well. We have a tester role,
Okay.
and which we will go deep once we start that. But in a high level, we call that UiPath has more than 50 different products within them. We don't want to learn each and every products, but this tool is called UiPath Test Suite, and yes, within the orchestrator, you do almost 50% of your work in the orchestrator. But
Okay.
UiPath Studio, you will be doing 50%. But who is if somebody don't know about Studio or orchestrator, don't be worried. It's really simple to understand. But when you hear the term, it will be difficult. So don't be afraid of that.
Sorry to bring it right now, but yeah, I just had a query on that.
No worries, Kapil. So we'll take step by step and then explain about
Sure.
things. Yeah, but it is pretty much possible. Anybody else? Any other questions? It's Vijay Kumar coming in. Thanks, Vijay, for joining.
So discovery and process mining, I understand that there is the tool is also there
Yeah.
for in UiPath itself. So is it also possible like it's done manually also, like somebody going like
See,
uh, and taking those notes and trying to, or sharing forms stating like how the process mining would be.
yeah, see, actually, it is two different things. So traditionally, we have a discussion to understand what are the different tasks they do manually. So that is the manual, the business analyst task to understand how, what are the pain points in the business, right? So, but at times, right, so people are not good at sharing what their pain points are, right?
Correct.
In a typical organization, some people are kind of, I don't know if I can tell that, but they are
Close-minded.
addicted to work, right? So they like the robotic way of working, right? So they don't want to share. See, I am doing the 100 forms every day, filling 100 forms every day because they enjoy doing that. Some people, even though it is a robotic work, they are working as a robot, not knowing that they are working like a robot. So in those kind of organization, so to identify what are the automation area, it's a huge organization, have a kind of a huge transactions of data. It is very
Right.
difficult to talk to a business and understand what is the problem, because the business itself, it's not that business don't want to tell you. It is about they really don't have time to do that. They are busy automating their doing the things manually. So if they are stopping the manual work, their business is impacted. So you cannot take the resource out of the project, right? So they
Got it. Yes.
work again and again, and they don't
Right.
have. So in those situations, so we install this tool called task mining, process mining, right? And that mines the tasks, right? And so it looks for a month or a year data and tell you with a clear graphical representation. So these are the automation tasks and these are the manual tasks, right? So based on the volume of the transaction, they say, okay, this could be the automation tasks. And now
Correct.
you know much better view of the process. So you have a much better understanding of the process. Now, if you go and talk to the business, see, I feel that you are doing this kind of repeated works in the forms. You are filling 100 forms every day, which they don't even tell. But now you know they are doing 100 forms every day, right? So now you
Oh,
go and ask them. Yeah, they say yes, we are doing this, and this is how the input comes to us, and this is how they do. So now you get more information. So that is
correct.
still a starting point, the process mining and discovery. But still, there are more work to do from the business analyst to document and confirm that work, and then do a process design document and so on. Right. So
Oh,
again, it's just another supporting tool to find the
correct.
requirements. Okay? That's a good question. Thanks for bringing. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like no more questions so far. Uh, so we can, straight away we can proceed with this one. And yeah, if you have still any questions, you can come up, raise your hands and start asking. Okay. So what is the benefit for you, right? By learning automation or doing automation, what is your benefit, right? So, without benefit, is there anyone doing any kind of work, right? So you don't have any benefit. Do you do any work?
No,
Right? So nobody will do that. So everybody needs some benefits to do the work, right? So first thing, job satisfaction, right? So why I say job satisfaction? Sorry, there's a spelling mistake in that. My apologies. Humans tend to make mistake. So it's the first thing is the job satisfaction, right? Satisfaction. So by job satisfaction, I mean, see, by automating your work, you will be more satisfied, right? So how many of you like to see things automated and working in your way? Yeah, right. So at home, if you have a lot of devices to automate your work, right? Washing your clothes, washing your vessel, cleaning your floors, and everything. We got now devices to do that, and we are really happy with that because it reduces our manual effort, right? So ages back, we do things manually that are automated today, and we are enjoying that, right? So enjoying that benefit. So that is the best benefit. So by automating your tasks, which is your repeated tasks, if you are doing, so you are testing on daily basis, manual testing, executing 100 test case, since your testers are here, you will be able to relate that, right? So every day you have release, and I have seen projects that goes release every day, every week, right? So every day you go there and run, some 10 test case or 20 test case. First day you will be okay, second day you will be okay, third day you will be really frustrated to do the same test case again. It's not difficult for us, but we cannot do that. Opening the same application again, enter the same information. See, 100 times you need to log in into a system is really a tedious task. Even though it is an easy task and possible, no, we cannot do that, right? So for those kind of repeated work, you need automation, right? So that is why automation testers are in demand. So log in 100 times into an application and extracting the value 100 times. Yes, it is possible, but you cannot keep on doing that, right? So you need to automate. So once you automate that task yourself, which you have done manually, you really get that satisfaction, right? The pleasure of automation. So that you need to experience. Only if you experience that, what is that, right? So it takes the boredom from within us, right? And it gives us our time back, saves time, and we can do more better work, or the fulfilling task of automation, right? So it is not only for you, even for your organization as well, maybe, right? The satisfaction in providing services, right? So here your satisfaction is job satisfaction. You will love your work. If that is why you all are here, because you are doing some job that is really pathetic, right? So in the testing world or any other non-IT job or anything if you are doing, you really hate that kind of work, right? And that is why you want to change your career. And by automating work, that gives you more satisfaction. And yeah, so your life will of course, it feels better when you are doing automation, right? Or at least involved in some part of automation. Some people really enjoy doing it, automation, but some people enjoy seeing it like business analysts. They see that in automation, but actually they are not coding it. Not everybody needs to code it, but at least you are being part of that transformation, helping the developers to automate or helping the entire team, right? So you are also part of the automation team, right? So that gives you more satisfaction to see people save time. It's not about time and cost every time. It is also about kind of the satisfaction of the employee, or I will say a better moral in the team, right? It actually improves the quality of the entire environment. It changes the culture of a company itself. If you're doing automation, right? It is quite too much, but I have experienced that in many of my client space. After automating, how they really feels that I can see their smile and the joy they experience after the automation is done, right? So second thing is
I
skill.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree on that, Raj.
Yeah.
I've experienced the same thing, and like because there are some tedious tasks. Like there was one automation. I'll just give an example where I was we were doing an automation for ServiceNow ticket to create one Jira ticket for them. So it was just a cloning a ticket, but that was they were consuming almost 2 FTEs for that team. So it was very there, and they were not able to manage other tickets from their department. So that was like when we did that for them, though it was not like a big thing for it, but the impact was very good. Like the people were happy to uh, to get that process automated, and like they were so relieved. Like so that was a tedious task for them. So pain area was that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a really good example. You are talking about the work culture itself that got changed, right? So creating ticket is another tedious task in even my client space. Right? So there is a service now or Jira ticket. So creating it again and again is a manual task. So we got APIs. I don't want to go dive into technicals, but there is way to automate those kind of things very easily using UiPath, and you can save a lot of time and money for the customers. Right. So skill development, it is another thing. So you are in the course, you are going to learn a new skill, and that new skill is going to change your career opportunity. Right. So this will give you even more satisfaction. And once you get that skill and get into a role, right, you still learn more skills, right? So even somebody come here for a course, even though they are in a very high position, right? So they are even in a very high achieved level, they still want to learn automation, right? So why they want to learn? Because by learning this, they still can learn new skills and improve their career growth, right? So they get higher value roles in their organization, right? So they're like going up their career ladder. So skill development is, of course, it is very important, as I told earlier, right? So the learning, the practicing the things will bring you that skill, and that skill is being developed here, right? So even though I'm talking and you are listening now, you still receive something that will improve your skill, but we will put into practice in the upcoming sessions, right? So enhanced opportunities is the next one. So by becoming the friend of automation, right? So either we need to go as a friend or as an enemy, right? So now people see this automation as a threat to their life, right? Uh, it is actually changing the way they are working. They're thinking that this automation is going to steal their job. That is quite harsh to use that word, but still see that way, that it's going. It's a threat for everybody, right? So today I was talking to my son, and I found one of the interesting thing that they do in their school, right? In a fifth standard school syllabus. I was really surprised to see that. I will share in a moment. Yeah, I'll copy that text. And I'll ask you that question now. right? So this is the question I saw in his one of the textbook, right? One of the text he has. So can you read this? So it says that many experts believe that the rise of automation will lead to widespread job loss and unemployment. This is because machines are becoming increasingly sophisticated and can perform tasks that were once done by humans. Therefore, we should be cautious in adopting new technologies that may displace workers. It is from NSW, 5th standard syllabus. So they are learning this, right? So one of his tasks that he's doing, reading task or something. So which of the following statements, if true, best weakens the above argument, right? So what?
Raj, we cannot see your screen.
Oh, really?
That question.
Oh, sorry. Just one moment. I know why. Are you able to see now?
Yes, yes.
Sorry. So yeah, it's a problem with screen sharing, but okay. Let me read that again. Many experts believe that the rise of automation will lead to widespread job loss and unemployment. This is because machines are becoming increasingly sophisticated and can perform tasks that were once done by humans. Therefore, we should be cautious in adopting new technologies that may displace workers. Right. So this is a statement. They are asking which of the following statement, if true, right, best weakens the above argument. So you need to find out which is the one, right? So tell me the answer. Automation can lead to creation of new jobs in fields related to technology and robotics. Many companies that adopt automation also report increased productivity and profitability. The development of new technologies can create new opportunities for training and education. Automation can lead to creation of new jobs that require different skills and knowledge than those are being displaced.
I think D.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, I feel the same too. D is the answer.
Yeah, D is the answer.
Of course, so even kids are learning these things, right? So automation can lead to creation of new jobs. That is the true. But still, if you ask a grown-up who is working in a industry that is doing a lot of manual tasks, they will tell the other way, right? You came to take my job is what they see, right? It is creating unemployment, which is not at all true, right? So we have seen that. We have so many examples to prove that it has created even more and more jobs, right? So see, anyway, we are automating it, right? So we will make mistakes, right? We need people to correct that or do it in a better way. So, in a funnier way, that also works. But still,
Another industry comes up, like testing, support.
yeah, we need people, more and more people. So it is a wave, right? The automation is a wave, and we are not supposed to go against the wave. No, I will not automate. I will do automation. I will do manual testing only, and I have tasks. No, that is against the wave, which is not correct. And we will suffer. We cannot find the job opportunities. So whenever there is a wave, go along with the wave, and you will be always successful, right? So now it is an automation wave. So it is time to grab the opportunity by learning one of the skills. So you get enhanced opportunities, right? So everything is interrelated. You have the skill development and you get enhanced opportunities. And yeah, of course, stress is reduced, right? Why I say stress is reduced because you get the healthier work-life balance. In the work, you are not doing the repeated and mundane task, which means you look better actually without that kind of work. It gives better work-life balance, right? Reduced stress and your time is saved by automation. Not only for us, it is for the entire organization. And that is why, post-pandemic, it is really changed during the pandemic. We are forced to automate now. People don't embrace automation. They actually suffers. Even organization, they don't embrace automation. They are not able to compete with organization that are using automation. Okay. So that is the benefits for you. Now we want to see what is the benefits for the organization, right? So what is the benefit for organization? So it is the saved cost. Of course, you are saving a lot of money for them, right? So especially in country like Australia or US, right, the resources are way too expensive, right? So if you want to you do the manually, it is not affordable for any organization. Doing 100 people doing a task, instead they can involve 1 or 2 robots to do the job, and still you are not replacing them. Actually, your job is lost, that is true, but it will create a lot of new opportunities because the company grows, and they get a lot of new customers, and they have new problems to solve. So people who are able to adapt automation and learn the new technology, they always have opportunity, right? So improved accuracy. So this is like every time they are doing the work, it is 100% accurate, right? So with software robots, it's always, it works the same way. It doesn't tell lies, right? And it don't know to tell lies, robots. It works in the same way that it does yesterday. It will work the same way today or tomorrow or years to come. It will work in the same way, right? And by generating that kind of output, which is the high quality output, right? And it helps actually the business to take the right decisions, and 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 focus more on the growth of the company, right? So that is what actually they do for the organization. By improving their accuracy, which is the quality of the service is improved, and they get more business, they can improve the company, right? Increased efficiency. So efficiency, it is fast, right? So you know that somebody seen the robot working, it is fast, than compared to a human, lightning fast, and the output we get it faster, right? And it can work for 24/7. It doesn't take any break, coffee break or tea break or lunch break. It works 24/7 in the background and efficiently and accurately. And that is why it actually helps organization in a much better way, right? So it works in one day worth of 3 people's task, right? It is able to replace 3 to 4 humans in terms of repeated and mundane tasks, right? You cannot completely replace us in any ways, right? We cannot compare. That comparison is not healthier comparison, right? So enhanced compliance is the next thing. So I told about the KYC, and the government compliances that a company needs to go through. It is not only the external compliances, it's the internal compliances as well, right? Any organizations that run, that has to go through internal compliance as well as external compliance. Internal compliance, they has HR policies, their company policies to follow, and they have to go through all this thing, everything they do, right? And are they doing the business right? Right, which is what they verify internally. At the same time, externally also there are so many factors will drive that. They have to report to the government, they have to pay taxes, right? And they have to do business in a legal way. Otherwise, they are in trouble. So to make sure every year there is an audit from the government on each and every business, are they doing the right thing? And by doing the RPA, we are able to confirm that we are doing the business in a right way, right? So we got automated tasks to perform. We have automated reports to report to the government, and yeah, so we can easily do that effortlessly, so that the verification is complete. So we are not manipulating any kind of work. It is automated every time the same way, and that is what we are doing in a business. So business are more confident in performing their tasks, right? So that is what the enhanced compliance and improved scalability. So you will be learning something called attended automation and unattended automation. So I'll be diving deep into the unattended automation as well. And you will be learning something about the background automation as well, right? So it can work anywhere. So scalable. So at times your organization will be working more, your productivity is really high, right? So you will get so many calls during that time, and you need to sell a lot of product. You need to communicate with the customer. You receive a lot of requests. You get a lot of emails. You need to respond to that email. So this is only a specific period, right? For example, the New Year period or the Christmas period in Australia, businesses are really busy, right? Even in US and India as well, right? So everywhere business are very busy. People go for shopping and they buy products. They got the service query and it is fast, right? And they need more and more people to do the service. So when you're automating that work, you need more and more robots, right? So those are called unattended robots. They work 24/7 to reply to them, reply to the email, reply to chats and everything. They get the answers immediately, instantly, right? So you need hundreds of robots to do that work. But the off-peak period, you may need 1 or 2 robots, right? So it is scalable. You can scale either up or down, but we are talking about the improved scalability. So it is quite easily to improve for the organization, right? And optimizing resource allocation. So we are just focused on a specific strategic, creative, and customer focused activity. Right. So by allocating the resource, like it can be a tasks or it can be an employee or anything. So you can do it in an optimized way. So this will actually improve the productivity of the resources or of the organization. And innovation is the core of all these things, right? So it will create actually a culture of innovation by implementing automation, right? And that will drive the success of the organization, right? So overall, this is only a few key points that I usually mention, but there are so many points that you can tell that benefits your organization. All right. Excuse me. Yeah, so I talked about robot types, right? So before I even go into the robot types, so this is mainly UiPath focused. So when it comes to UiPath, there are only 3 components that you need to know now. So one is the robot, and one is the orchestrator, and one is the studio, right? So I'll show you a studio how it looks like. So you all need to install UiPath Studio, whether you are a tester, developer, or a business analyst. It is mandatory that you install Studio. In a moment, I will show you how to install. So can you all tell me, like, if you all have a very good system to install Studio? Or if anybody not having a proper system to install UiPath? Anybody don't have a proper system to install UiPath?
So what is the prerequisite for it? Like 8 GB RAM?
Very good question. Yes, 8 GB RAM. I would recommend a kind of i5 system, right? So let me show you what to install UiPath. So this is the minimum requirement. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So the minimum is 2 into 1.8 gigahertz. So a 32-bit system, and or the recommended is if you have the 2.4 gigahertz, a 64-bit system is what I see, right? So definitely we need Windows. So anybody with Mac system, please use it for some other purpose, but buy a Windows system to install UiPath. You need a minimum of 4 GB, but recommended is 8 GB. Forget about the .NET framework. It will be taken care during the installation. So nothing to worry about that. So you need the minimum configuration, at least 4 GB. So is there anybody without this minimum configuration in our group? Okay. I don't think so. I think everybody have, right? That is what I'm taking. So if you don't have, please fix this. We need a proper system. Yeah. So next is we will install this UiPath in some time. And checklist. Okay, what I was trying to show is UiPath itself, right? So let me view UiPath Studio. So once you install UiPath, you will get something like this, which is the studio, right? So if you want to go through the studio, so you need to install UiPath. And there are mainly three components. One is the UiPath Studio, and another is the robot. So robot is when you type assistant, so it will open an app. So this is an app that connects to the robot. So I cannot show you the robot, it will be in the background. So we call that as the software robots. So it always works in your computer, right? So you get a green color symbol here, which is you are connected to the orchestrator, so which is another component. So this robot is all working, so you get a green symbol, right? So green always refers to yes, you are all good, right? So it's a green tick. So right, so if that is one thing, so the green tick, so which is called the robot. And to open the orchestrator, so you need to go through this click. Preferences. So UiPath Orchestrator, as I told, it's a web application. So once you log into the orchestrator, so here is where you will be downloading your UiPath Studio and installing it. So you need to register to the cloud.uipath.com, and then you get an access to your orchestrator, right? So these are the main three components. So you need the orchestrator, the studio, and robot to automate your tasks, right? So this is your orchestrator. And yeah, you have so many things to learn here, which we will be learning it, right? So for now, what you do, just follow this document. So let me know, like, how many of you don't have UiPath in your system?
Myself, Rajnish, Vijay.
Vijay,
It's myself too.
Vijay,
I don't have.
Ambika.
I don't have Rajnish.
Okay, no worries, Ambika, that's fine. Anybody else don't have? It is Harpreet, do you have UiPath installed?
Yes, I think one second, let me just check. I was doing yes, studio I have and assistant role.
Venkat, do you have?
I have the community version of UiPath.
Yeah, that's enough. All good. So, okay. So I ask everybody to go now to this cloud.uipath.com and start installing now. Right. So go to cloud.uipath.com. Type in your browser cloud.uipath.com. Yeah. Once this is done, let me know. So I'll just scroll down. And you need to click on the sign up and create your account. Right, use your personal email ID to create your account, because otherwise it will ask to sign in for some other enterprise edition. So community edition is more than enough for our learning purpose. It got actually everything to learn there, so it's all good. Go to cloud.uipath.com and click on the sign up. You need to enter all your details and just keep moving. just download it. So you are able to register. Once registered, say you are done with the registration. It's not allowed. You can use Gmail to this. Yeah, you can use Gmail. Ambika, you can use Gmail. There is a continue with Google. If you have Google account, continue with Google, and yeah, you can download in the next step. Let's sign up. Yeah, so what I show here, you will reach this page, right? So once you are logged in, so you need to click on Get Automation Cloud for Community, right? So if you are able to see this page, account.uipath.com. So you will see this page. So you will need to click Get Automation Cloud for Community.
Rajneesh, actually, it took me inside the cloud page itself, Rajneesh. I couldn't find that
Okay,
activation.
so you are able to see this page, the artist.
No, just it went through. Yeah.
Okay, so you are
No.
able to log into the accounts?
Yes, Rajneesh. I was just.
So you logged into the accounts and you are not able to see that page, right? Download the link.
Yeah. Yeah, this page I got it.
Okay, you got this page. So in this page, are you able to see Download Studio at the right hand side?
Yes.
Yeah, click on that Download Studio.
It's just.
Okay, yeah. So once it is downloaded, then you can proceed with installation.
Yeah.
All good. I'll be looking into the chat. So if you are done, just to say download done or installation in progress or something. Okay. So I know who is not completing. Anybody got stuck somewhere? Let me know. I can connect with you. So you can share your screen and I can maybe help you there. Okay, good. Installation in progress. Good. Installation progress. Okay, good.
Which NBN is good, Rajnish, in here?
The NBN you get from TPG or Telstra. So you are in Victoria, right?
No, South Australia.
South Australia. Yeah. South Australia, you need to see which provider is better. So I myself got NBN with the TPG. So
Okay.
it's a business connection. So I am facing good connectivity. So for happy with their service, but yeah, I'm not sure how about others.
Well, I am using Vodafone. It's okay, but like if there are many devices at a time are on the same network, then
Yeah.
there is like little bit issue with the performance, like
Okay.
speed.
Okay. So I think you need to increase their for the speed. You need to ask for the highest speed.
Yeah,
They charge a little,
let's see.
but you need to if you need to go for the maximum speed. And devices also there is settings in the router level. You can add more devices.
Right.
You need to call the support and annoy them to get that.
Okay.
It's, it's actually quite easy process installing UiPath than any other related RPA products. So it's pretty straightforward to download and install. But they have significantly improved the experience. So in the past, even though you install it, it doesn't work because the connectivity is not there and things like that. Initially, we faced that, but now it's really super quick and automatically everything is done in the background. So I want to see how good you are able to, how easily you are able to install it. So that is why we say it is a very lightweight tool. You can easily install and all the components are connected.
So even Studio you need to be installed right away.
Yes, right away you need to install.
Okay.
We'll do our first program today also. Just to say
Okay.
hi at least.
Okay.
It will be a good start for everyone.
Sure.
Anybody finished installation? Okay. So profile wise, that's a good question. You have Studio, right? Studio and Studio X profile. So go for developer Studio itself now. So I will show you something in the studio. So if you go to, once you are installed, so you can go to the settings here. Right, so you will see this view here, even if you are into the Studio X or anything. So you have settings, right? In the settings, you can click on license and profile. And you can click change profile. By mistake, you are into the Studio X, you can come into the studio. Or, if you are into studio and want to go into Studio X, you can click other way. Right, so Studio X is mainly for business analyst, which is the right thing to do. Right, for developers, it is more studio. Right, so there is two profile. But even business analyst also can learn about UiPath Studio as well initially, just to see. So I recommend everybody to choose the profile as UiPath Studio. Okay, not UiPath Studio X. It is for basic users. So choose Studio. Venkat and Vijay Kumar, are you able to install?
Just now completed the downloading process. Meanwhile, I'll be starting the installation.
Okay, you are okay.
Process on it.
You are all into developer or the studio? UiPath Studio, right?
Yes.
So everybody finished installation. Anybody still doing?
For me, it is failed because my C drive seems to be full. I'm not sure what's the
Oh.
issue.
Okay.
But I think let me see. Actually, I had a studio already installed. So
Okay.
if I can, because it's asking me to upgrade.
Okay.
So will it be okay? Like I can try with the older
Yeah.
version.
You can try with that, yes. So now, for now, you can listen. So later, once the
Sorry for the interruption. But
oh, yes.
actually, we have to go for the community user, right?
Community, yes, community edition. Did you install Enterprise by mistake?
No, actually, I was yet to start that one.
Okay, no worries. So I got the Enterprise, but it is still it applies for community as well. So
Sure.
don't worry about that. It works the same way. There is no difference. So only the number of robots and the license matters. But functionality wise, it is all same. Okay. So once you done with the installation, so we need to create. So you click on the start button. So where you will be in the page where you have a new project section and open a local project or clone or checkout. This you will see this. This is called a backstage view, right? Backstage view of a studio. So in that you click on the new process and just to type the name as my first automation. Right. So everybody follow the same thing. Type my first automation and type the description as my first automation using UiPath Studio from to automate anything. Right. So that's very important. To automate anything, only if you put to automate anything, this program will work properly. Okay. So actually you can write anything here. So it is just to explain what is the project all about, right? So usually if you are automating website, so you need to write more about the website just for anybody to understand, right? And there is an advanced option where you will type the location to save the project, and you can all leave the default options, right? Just explaining, there is Windows legacy and cross-platform, and in the language it says VB and C#. Leave it VB by default. But if somebody is a very good C# developer, you can take the C#. But there is no requirement. You need to know this VB language or C#. There is no requirement from in our course that you need to know all these things. Right, so we will teach everything is required as part of the course itself. We will teach everything, so don't be panic when you see, especially here the terms like VB or C#. Don't get panic. Okay, so this is if you have a C drive, D drive, so you can go ahead with changing the location to your D drive, or you can leave as it is. Right, so just click on create. And it will be into, the UI path will create a workspace and add all the dependencies for you and keep the platform ready for you to code, right? So to do, so I don't want to use the term code, right? To do automation, okay, workflow automation. So everything will be ready for you, right? So once you are into this stage, let me know, those who are following along with me. So just let me know if you are here, if you are able to see the main sequence. Are you able to follow up to this? Are you able to follow the main sequence? Good. When to finish installation, are you able to launch UiPath? Okay. Are you up to this? Everybody up to this? Say yes or no. So Vijay, are you talking?
Yes, Rajneesh, can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you able to come up to
The
this?
installation itself is still in progress,
Oh,
Rajneesh.
listen,
We'll be catching up whenever.
okay, no worries, no worries. Yeah, you also join. I'll be waiting here. Okay, so it's okay. So until that, what I explain is, so when you are here and the installation is progress, so you can learn about these things. So you will land to this page where you are going to do your projects, right? So the main thing is that you will see a lot of tabs in the left hand side, which is the project, and you will be seeing activities and so on. Right. In the top, there are three panels. One is the backstage view, which is the home button. So we don't want to go there. And there is a design panel. So the design panel, it will give you access to create a new sequence, flowchart, state machine, and so on, right? So we'll learn more about what is sequence, what is flowchart, what is state machine throughout the course for developers, right? And there is option to manage packages, right? So what is a package? If you want to use PDF automation, you need to install a package called PDF, right? So if you want to use ChatGPT, you need to install manage packages ChatGPT, right? If you are doing Word automation, you need to install a package called Word, right? So here, when I create the my first automation, so I got a lot of dependencies already installed by default. Okay, so this is one of the certification question. By default, there are the dependencies installed: Excel activities, mail activities, system activities, testing activities, and UI automation activities. So all these are packages. Each one of them is one package. This Excel is one package. Mail is another package. System activities is another package. System activities is like copying and pasting folders, copying and pasting files, clicking. So any system related activities, right? So UI testing related activities is also included nowadays. So testing is like verification activities. So all these things comes into the testing. Right? So this is one package. And another UI automation activities. In the UI, it can be anything like clicking or expanding, hover, all this UI, any UI related automation activities. The UI is, it is user interface, right? Any user interface you are seeing, and we want to automate that, minimize a window, maximize a window, all that comes under UI automation activities, right? So we will go in depth on each and every activities. And but you need to know to if you want to install additional activities, you need to click on manage packages. And there are so many activities from UiPath and many other providers as well. So we will mainly go through UiPath activities. Okay, for example, if you want to do PDF automation, type PDF and just search. So it will give a lot of PDF. Even Adobe PDF itself services by UiPath, or UiPath itself has PDF activities, right? And there are many other companies and providers that provide. But I usually use the UiPath itself, and I'm able to pretty much automate that. But still, you can make use of other activities, right? So we need to depend on UiPath activities. Now that is much more standard than other providers, right? So you can install that. To install, you need to click on the activities and click on install. So once I click on install, it will be installing. You can install any number of activities here, right? So, so once it is installed, you can see that dependencies coming here, right? So you can check in your system PDF activities, and check before installing the PDF activities and after installing the PDF activities. Okay, so before installing, how do you check? So before let this install, and you can see that PDF dependencies is coming here. Okay, in the dependencies section. Still installing. Yeah, you can see that now the PDF activities is installed here, right? So which means we are able to use the PDF activities. How to check the PDF activities? So you need to go to the activities panel. So there is something called activities panel. You need to go click on that activities, okay, and search the activities PDF. Okay, so if you search the PDF, so you can see that there are a lot of PDF activities. So this is the PDF activity, and all the PDF activities like get PDF page count, read PDF text, all these activities are there. Right? So we can make use of them in the project. Okay, so this is the manage packages. So you need to search for PDF, and you cannot see that these things coming for you because you don't have that packages installed. Because I installed the package, I am able to see all these activities. So before install, check if you have all these activities, and you cannot find that. So you need to go to the click on the manage packages and install PDF, and then come here to the project panel. And you can see that PDF as a dependency here, right? So this is the first basic thing you need to know. So to use any activities, we need to install that specific packages. Okay. By default, we have 5 activities. Now I have added one more activity, which is called the PDF activity. Right. So is anybody not able to follow up to this?
Raj, I actually just got my UFR Studio, like it just popped up.
Okay.
Like from the start, we just need to click on open new local project, is it?
Yeah.
Or just say project?
Yeah. So the first thing, you need to open the process. Right, so we're just creating a project, right? So in our UiPath, we call that as a process. Why we call this as a process? Because we are doing business process automation, right? We are not doing
Okay.
project automation. So we call this as a process. So you name the process and click on create, and you will be taken to this page, the main page.
Yeah.
So once you are here, let me know.
Oh, sorry. For little slow.
That's okay. So this is your first automation program. So you will be just saying hi to yourself. That's it, right? So type message. Once you are here, type message. And there will be a message box, right? So you need to drag and drop the message box. Everybody up to here?
Rajnish, I just got installed and I just created the package one, Rajnish.
Excellent.
So
Yeah, no,
after that, I was not able to. Actually, I didn't know.
good. So you don't need to install any package now. So you can verify that later. So now go to the project and in the main sequence, we are just dragging and dropping a message box. So just click on the activities and just you need to be searching in the activities, whatever you want, like PDF, Word, or anything. But now you search for message box and drag and drop the message box to your main sequence, right? And type your favorite quote. So I'll say I welcome you all to the professional transformation program. So you need to rename the main sequence. You can rename this one. Double click and rename, or multiple ways to rename. In the right click and rename, and so on, or double click and rename. So say my first automation program. So you say your first automation program and name the message box. Welcome message. Okay, so you give a meaningful name to your name of the program, the name of the program, and rename the main program to my first automation program, and give a meaningful name to the message box, and give some meaningful text. Right. So once you are done here, let me know. So well done. Somebody is done and they got it. Good. So anybody else done up to this? Venkat done.
Yes, Rajnish. Done.
Yeah, Vijay done. Good. Vijay Kumar, are you okay? Issue with space. Yeah, that's okay. Harpreet.
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay, all good. See, right? So when I execute this, how to execute? You need to either go through this debug, click on this play button, or click on this run. Just click on run and you will get the message, right? So just search, click on the play button and it will play, right? Or it is the run button. and you get this welcome message because I give the name of the message box as welcome message. I welcome you all to Automate Anything Professional Transformation Program. Right? So you can write yourself, hey, automation expert, or hey, future best business analyst in the world. So anything you can write yourself and just see that output yourself. Right? So that makes us very happy. So that is your first program. So you now write your first program as the message box. Right? So click on OK and it will take you there, and we will learn a lot of stuff, how to publish this to orchestrator and how to how the robot executes. Right? So the backend robot will execute. Now also the robot actually worked in the background, so to show you the message, right? So knowingly or unknowingly, you already talked to the robot, right? So in the background, robot is what showing the message. Okay, that's good, Ambika. It's worked for you. I'm happy for that. So for others also, you first write message, and that is essentially your first program, right? So we want to see that message, but we will see more advanced program from next week. So this week there is no assignment for you, right? So just to learn what is the basics of RPA benefits in the organization. Just go through some automation blogs and contents in the net, and just explore the topic related to automation. What is automation, RPA? And I will share the only the copy of my presentation, and you can explore from that topic only. You no need to learn a lot of extra stuff. Just to go through this, so you are always ready. If somebody asks, what is automation and what is robot and all this thing. So I hope from today's class you understand it better. Sorry, I'm a little bit lagging in time. Like it's beyond around 10 minutes I take extra. But this is only for the first day. For the next time, I will try to finish it in 2 hours. Okay. So any questions so far?
I am excited.
Oh, that's really a big one.
Because your studio, I am first time like getting trying to do a set up a project, new project for me. But
Fantastic.
I was always being at the back of the seat, seeing these developers creating all these workflows and images. But it's like really amazing.
Yeah, that's really good. Good to hear from you. Thanks, Ampika. So like got the message so far. Good. Yeah, you'll see. You will automate. Anybody can do automation is what I see, and I will share you a lot of interesting stuff in the next week as well. Yeah, just to go through, try to recollect what I told, and from my presentation slides, just research on that topic only in either YouTube or Google it and find out related to that topic. Follow me in LinkedIn, right? I post contents regularly, just to follow that as well. And I used to write blogs as well, just follow that. Or, in this week, you may contact with me for a 1 hour session. If you need some motivation or just want to talk about automation or any other topics, if you want to discuss, just contact me. I'm happy to talk for 1 hour and resolve any kind of clarification you have, right? So yeah, let's be focused for next 3 months, and you will be all good to transform your career. Right? Thank you very much for joining today, and I'll see you all soon in 1 week time. I can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks all.